So much for the introduction, Ken. So I'm Shravya, and I'm working as a software engineer intern at the Corpus Systems development team. I'm currently doing my master's in computer science from the University of Minnesota, and today I'm going to talk about managing metadata. So, what is metadata? Any guesses from the audience? You can chat me up or just unmute yourself. Okay, no one. Metadata is data about your data. If data is the new oil, metadata is the refiner. So next, what is provenance? Historically, provenance has been a term used to describe the origins of any object, and same goes with data provenance. Data provenance answers questions about your data, like what happened and when it happened and how, why, which, basically everything you can think about. Metadata becomes provenance when it talks about its lineage. Like when we talk about the relationship between the object, that is the data, and the source that it came from. In short, provenance is metadata, but not all metadata is provenance. Here's an example of what metadata and provenance can be for any of your favorite books. So things like title, language, publisher, author, and other such references could be the metadata. But when you start talking about when it was created or issued and the periodicity of the publication, it becomes provenance. Now let me go over the importance of data provenance. Provenance is very useful in large distributed data pipelines, and especially when the data goes through many processes. Tracking it, versioning it, and basically checking the quality is very useful for reproducibility of errors and things that usually go wrong in distributed systems. It also can help us determine the overall quality of the data source. For example, if you see too many data quality issues from a particular data source, you can just go back to the source and be like, can I afford to clean this, or can I just get rid of this source from my pipeline? But before you decide to start recording and managing your data provenance, you need to ask yourself one very important question. And that is, why do you need your provenance data for? It is not only true for metadata, but for any data that you're going to work with, you should always know why you were recording the data, or why do you need the data, in fact. If there was only one thing that you could take away from this talk, I think it would be this: always know your business question. Here are a few examples of the use cases or business questions for provenance. Like, for example, it could be for auditing and debugging your application, for just monitoring the data quality, repeat the errors that you keep encountering, or just for informational basis. Now I'm going to go over a few questions that we need to start asking ourselves before we build the system. While the data is flowing through our pipeline, we need to track the provenance, and we need to know what we want to track. What information are we looking for? Are we in the data lineage? We can talk about many attributes like the versioning, and could be when the data was created, and other such attributes. So we need to know what we want to track. Next will be how you want to track it. Do you want to stream the metadata as it gets created, or do we want to batch it and get it every certain period, after every certain period of time? And this again depends on your business question. And the third part is how you want to store your data provenance. Well, this question is something I'll get back to in my later slides, because there's a lot more detail that can go into this. Now, talking about the architectural considerations, I believe these are the few considerations that we need to think about before we start designing our provenance management system. The first one would be choosing the right granularity. Not all applications need a very granular data provenance. Choosing the granularity that we need is very important, as if we go into too much detail, we'll just end up with a lot more data to manage, which we don't want. The next one would be the scale of the provenance data. The provenance data can get bigger and bigger and end up becoming bigger than the data itself. And we need to have a backup plan. How are you going to handle the scale? The third one would be designing a schema for your provenance. I believe that you should keep it flexible, but always have a standard set of attributes that you're looking for in every process. This way, if a process wants to add more extra attributes, like for example, something that is dependent on an attribute that is just dependent on the process, it can go ahead and add it to the schema without disrupting any of your database systems. The fourth and the most important one, according to me, is the response time of logging the provenance. I believe that logging the provenance is important, but it should not bog down your own system. Like you should not slow down your own system trying to track the provenance. One tip for this could be that we can avoid making a lot of disk IO requests and instead just queue them or batch them into a single request before we write it to the disk. The fourth one is the storage considerations, which I'm going to go into more details about. I believe there are three main options that we have when we want to store data provenance for each record of your data. The first one would be adding a few more fields to your existing data record and call it data provenance. Can someone tell me what could go wrong if you just keep on adding records to your data and try to track the provenance?
Full disk.
Exactly. You might end up increasing your record to such a size that it becomes hard to manage even a single record of data. So that's why we have the next option, the second option, which is sending the metadata as and when it gets generated as an event message. Send it to your Kafka or Kinesis stream, anything that you like, and start storing it before it becomes a big problem. And the third, and my favorite one, would be use an API. Send away your data for someone else or something else to handle later on. Now, time for a pop quiz. You can just annotate any option that you think is right. Which storage option would be the best one for your data provenance? Attach it to your record so that you know where to look at. Second one will be sending it to the event message store. Third one, use a third-party API. And fourth one will be writing your own API. So you can just go ahead and annotate which option you think is correct. Okay, I see many option Ds, but I believe only one person is correct so far. That was a trick question. It actually depends on your use case. I'm not sure how to clear this. Okay. So the storage choice that you make always depends on your use case. If your provenance is not too huge, you can just add it to the record and it's easier to manage. You do not have another data store that you have to look for to maintain or clean the data. And same goes for building your own API. If you feel anything out there doesn't fit your needs, you can just build it on your own, even though it adds extra burden of maintenance if that's what you need. The last and the most important part of building a big data metadata management system into your team is culture. Provenance is not automatic. You and your team need to work together and build it. Without culture change, provenance is sporadic, and sporadic provenance is not trustworthy. And we are looking to build more trustworthy systems, right? And these are a few integration tools that you can use to manage your metadata. There are many good options out there, but these are the ones that are used by some major companies and proven to be very successful. Most of them have a very similar architecture of integrating with your input source, which could be a database, it could be user input, your internal systems, any client, in fact, can be integrated with these tools. And they just store most of this metadata into their repository, which can be persisted into any data source that you want. The collection of metadata is also you have a wide range of variety you can choose from. It can be event-based, batched, or could be a simple API call. And you can make it synchronous, asynchronous. There are many options out there. And I believe that if you know what you're doing and you know the right tools, metadata and data provenance can completely change the way you work with data. Thank you.